Hi everyone. So this is now the third week post surgery since my circumcision, and there's been a lot of improvement since my last video, which was 10 days after the surgery. Um, One thing that has been most prominent is that the stitches have dried up and they've started to fall off. Um, some of the time it's when I'm washing it in the shower or when I'm simply walking about. But there are certain things that I've noticed that have helped with that. Um, so before I would wear these kind of like sports synthetic boxers, which never really had any kind of sturdiness. They had like a bamboo lining, but when you're in a situation where you may sweat quite a lot down there, or you're walking for a long period, the sweat can kind of build up, and obviously with that comes bacteria, and you kind of want to keep it as airy and cool down there as possible. So what I invested in were just a pair of cotton boxer shorts from, well, I got mine from M&S, but you can buy them from pretty much anywhere. Getting a pair of like 3 or 5 or 6. Um, they add more rigidity to the groin area. Plus, you can feel the difference with it being a lot cooler in that area, and it's not as sensitive to the touch when the uh, tip of the penis rubs against any other materials. So that's one tip that I would recommend in investing in. The other is keep moisturizing. The tip is as daily as you can. I've continued to use just standard coconut oil, and that also helps with any soreness that you may feel. I did feel soreness for a while, but that's now stopped for, I'd say, the past about 3 or 4 days. There's been no soreness, no pain, no real itchiness or irritation. Um, so um, there is another kind of issue, perhaps, is that whenever you get an erection, be it whilst you're sleeping or if you happen to feel aroused during the day, uh, the best solution for that is to use an ice pack. Um, you can buy them anywhere. Mine are from Decathlon. I think it was £1. It's just a blue gel ice pack that I just put in the freezer, wrap it in some kitchen towel, and then just apply it to the groin. You don't have to apply it directly to the skin. You can have your boxers on or shorts. Um, but where I've noticed that when the penis is erect, it's not painful. It's like an uncomfortable restriction. You can feel that it's restricted from fully growing, let's say. So there is um, there is limits, and you feel I guess it's soreness in a way, but it's not uncomfortable at all. So you don't need to worry about that going on past 10 days. Um, One thing I also highly recommend is when you're lounging about, if you work from home or when you're at home at the weekends and the evenings, get some really baggy shorts. Again, ideally cotton shorts or woolen shorts, because the weather's not exactly great at the moment for the colder times. And just wear them. Don't wear boxers. Try and keep it as free and open as possible. That's the only way that you're going to help with this recovery. Um, and some people have said in previous videos about um, if there is soreness, that again, use the ice pack. Just keep it cool down there as much as possible. Um, don't make it damp in any way. You have to make sure it's dry after your shower. I shower twice a day. I shower first thing in the morning, and then sometimes after work or just before I go to bed. Always make sure it's dry. Um, and other than that, it's been pretty much okay, I'd say. Um, you notice that when the stitches start to fall out, especially around the back of the penis where you have those, the skin was attached to it, where they've cauterized it. Um, it I kind of suffered, there was like a gloopiness of blood for a while, which then eventually eroded away after showering so much. Um, and then you start feeling the stitches, and there may be some bumps, but that's all natural. That's I've looked it up online, and it's just the way that the skin and the body kind of defends itself against, well, outside bacteria and healing. So those will eventually go down. You don't necessarily need to worry. And then also when you see the skin where the stitches have fallen out, it may look red and you may have some bleeding still, but that's perfectly fine. You just need to continually let it heal. Um, and even though you may think that it feels okay and you may see that it looks okay, they advise you to refrain from any sexual activity, be it self or with a partner, for at least 4 to 6 weeks. I haven't explored that, but I can tell you that when I felt erect, I haven't really wanted to do anything about it. It's you need to rest. You need to do everything you can to restrain yourself from any pleasure, so to speak. So yes, other than that, that's been my journey so far after 3 weeks. I am recording this the Monday after, and I had my surgery on a Saturday, so 3 weeks and 2 days technically. I'll be doing another video next week, which will be a month. And if any of you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments below, and subscribe as well so you get to see my updates as time goes by. I'm not going to be doing it every week. I think it'll be a 4 weeks after, 6 weeks after, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then we'll see how we go. But if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments below. I'll try and respond to them as soon as I can. And anything else that I've missed, I'll then address them in my next video. Hope you're all keeping well and speak to you all soon.